or a couple minutes early, but I think I'm live. I'm gonna check real quick. I think we're live. Is it showing for anybody? I'm live. I'm live. Oh, here we go. I just did it for the first time without using stupid YouTube. It's like, I know I can do this. I can do this. I usually click play on YouTube, then I pause it, then I go back, and I just did it all from my head. So many steps. Sarah, I love it when you're interactive, but I get it. Okay, we have 2 minutes. I'm not going to figure it out a second time so the people can skip the first 2 minutes of the recording. Carrie Pollard, oh, she disappeared. Sarah just disappeared. Oh, we posted at the same time. I scared Sarah away. Rochelle is coming on. Oh, Rochelle.
Hi, I'm going to be pitting cherries while I'm in this.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
Hi.
I was just going to tell everybody whether you are on here tonight or not, Carrie. Carrie sent me an orange cream Axio.
Oh, aren't you sweet, Terry?
And happy birthday's coming up soon.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I was like, I got that in the mail. It made my whole day so happy. Oh my goodness, you have no idea.
Oh, good.
It has been a day. Oh my goodness. Satan is the devil, actually. And he can just bite me. It's truly been a day. Anyways, I'm gonna get started because we're right at 7 o'clock and we have a guest hopping on in a little bit. But tonight I'm gonna go through some announcements and then we're gonna talk money, which is everyone's favorite topic in the whole world, right? People are like, oh, money doesn't matter to me. It's just like, as important as oxygen in this world, it seems. So we're gonna talk about it and we're gonna do a really fun exercise and then Kristen Bailey is gonna be hopping on. So MC1 and above, corporate is doing a call on Thursday, June 20th. They're going to start doing one on the first business day of the month and the 20th or 25th of each month, kind of training and all kinds of good stuff. MC1 and above, if you are MC1 and above, and that's lifetime rank. So you don't have to be qualified today or this month or last month to get on that, but if at any point in your business you have hit MC1, you can get on that. So if you did not get an email, let me know. I can get to the information. LTO Peach is sold out. You do not want to know how many containers of peach I purchased. I am not doing an orange cream and lemonade issue again. So it's sold out. Cherry limeade, I tried it when we were at Outpost X in Utah and I thought I hated it. So on Friday night, we had friends over and I was like, okay, fine, I'll try it again. I actually really like it. I think it was just the way Sean Poe made it. I didn't love it the first time. I really like it the way my husband makes it. So I think it's delicious. That is going to be sold out more than likely before the 20th, at the absolute latest, the 25th, because they know how many people have it on subscription, and there are not enough to go out to people for the number of subscriptions that have it on there. So you want to make sure, and if you want it, process your order now. Hint, hint, Rise Era, the Rise trackers, a certain aspect of them, maybe I think the end of that is this month, but they're not going away. So make sure that in your business, you are focused on earning those tracks because of what's coming down the pipe in the future. You want to be the person earning those tracks. Okay, so really focus on that. The 4th of July is coming up. And I just wanted to quickly give a few tips to that as we're headed into, like, I don't know about you, but we've been around a massive number of people, like from all over the place, all different friends groups, new friends, old friends, all the things from this part of life to this part of life. When you're traveling, have somebody else drive. It's really nice. I have a 14-year-old. He's almost 15. He drives me everywhere. It's glorious. I get so much done. And I know Fonda gets so much done while she has her husband drive her places too. So make sure, like, use that time to grow your business. Use that time to build relationships with people. Use that time to interact with humans. Bring your products with you. So if you're going to drink Axio, don't pour it in your tumbler at home and then take the Axio. Save that little Axio stick and pour it in your tumbler in front of other people. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything, but it's that visual and mental cue that people will remember. Now, when you're with all these people, that is not a time to be selling people on NRF2 activation and superoxide dismutase and catalase and glutathione. It is a good time, however, to ask a lot of questions. Just get to know the person directly in front of you, because they have a hurt and they have a pain. And when you hear that hurt and pain, file it in the back of your head. Don't immediately jump on it and start sharing with them, oh, I have something that could help you. You can say maybe like, I have something that can help you. I'll reach back out to you at a later time and we can talk about that. How are your kids doing? And move on to like, hey, let's go have a water balloon fight or whatever. Don't use that time right then and there to vomit on people, but like make it your mission to truly ask questions and care about the person in front of you. Upward retreat is July 20th. Upward retreat is July 20th. It is at Grant and Amy's house. Details are coming on that, but plan to be there. You guys can travel. Anybody can come. They're having people who want to stay the night. You can set up tents, and they have a big property. You can sleep in the yard in tents. But make sure you're registered for that event. Okay, it's as simple as a quick text into LifeVantage. It is a free event, so there should be no reason on planet Earth that somebody is not registered for that. But there are big, big things coming, and they are not waiting till the October in-person event to announce a lot of those things. So you want to make sure that you are at the July event. Okay. Oh, and the 15 and 15, the 15 ITTs in 15 days ends tomorrow. Okay. Yes, what Amy said. Everyone on the team is welcome. All spouses are welcome. I think we're doing like a potluck style. We haven't talked about those details. There's going to be all kinds of like team building stuff, fun stuff, get to know each other. Like it's going to be super, super fun. So just make sure you have it on your calendar. The 15 and 15 challenge ends tomorrow. Some people are doing it and some people are getting to that third step of connecting to team, and they are seeing massive, massive success. Like they're making money in this business because they are doing that step. So yes, in the comments, if you have done a 3-way chat on text, messenger, or phone call, drop it in the chat below that you have done 1 or 2 or 3, or however many you've done. That promotion for $100 cold cash ends tomorrow. So we're going to talk money tonight. And I know this is everybody's favorite topic, right? And I will tell you, and because you all know I'm honest to a fault. You either love me or you hate me. It's one or the other, usually. But money was a struggle for me when I started this business, because a lot of people that grow up in the Christian world, I don't know if it was verbally outright said to them, but the connotation or the idea that money is sinful is something that comes up, and is something that either we inadvertently start to believe, but it's not. And money is amoral. It doesn't have a moral compass. It is an item. It is what the person who has it or doesn't have it, the value that they put on it. And I will tell you that the Bible does say the love of money is sin. That doesn't make money itself sin. It makes the love of it sin. But you don't have to have it to love it. And I know that there was a time in our life we had $42 in our bank account, and money consumed my mind. And all I could think about was money, money, money. And you guys, that is sin. That is the love of money. And it was sin in my heart. And so it had nothing to do with having $1 million or having $42 in the bank account. It had everything to do with the heart towards it. And so when we were in Outpost X, we did a really, really awesome challenge. And I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go through this challenge with you guys. And I want you to all have a piece of paper. So if you don't have a piece of paper, get a piece of paper, get a pen. You're going to write stuff down so you can't actually participate in the rest of the call. I should have said that sooner, right? But you can't actually participate in the rest of the call unless you have a pen and paper. But I want you to write stuff down. But I'm going to share a small snippet of one of the things Jordan Adler walked us through. You guys, this man is a multi-millionaire. And he's going to be the first network marketer to ever go to the moon with, what's his face? Musk. Is that right? Elon, is it Musk? I'm totally second guessing myself right now. President Elon, it's Musk. I know it's Musk. Okay. Anyways, that person. But you guys, he built his entire business, get this, with greeting cards. If you can make a multi-million dollars in greeting cards, you can make a multi-million-dollar business in LifeVantage. So I'm going to just share a small snippet of what he had us do, and he's going to walk you through each step of doing it yourself, and we're going to go through that, okay? Shoot. Go away. Okay, hold on. I didn't do it again. Just a second. Now I need to make this big. It like hides behind the thing. Okay, here we go. Now I can reach it. Really? Okay. Can you all see this? I see Lori's ceiling. That's all I see right now. Can you guys see this?
Better than
Can you hear this?
Yeah. So anyway,
give me a thumbs up, guys.
so imagine we were in a big, like a meeting hall or something, a gazebo somewhere that's big where we could all fit in there, this size group, and we're all standing around the perimeter of the room. Okay. And there's a guy, or let's say there's a woman in the middle. She's got a belt on, and there's yellow ropes tied to that belt that extend out to the perimeter of the room. And you're all holding a yellow rope. She's in the middle of the room with the belt, and the yellow ropes are tied around the belt. You're all holding the yellow ropes around the perimeter of the room. And we blindfold her, and then we put $100 bill on the ground somewhere where far away from where she's standing. And I tell you that the only rule is you're not allowed to verbally communicate. That's the only rule. You're not allowed to verbally communicate. So what happens is, because you can all see what's going on, some of you pull on the rope, some of you let some rope go. So, and you kind of move her to where the $100 bill is, and then she bends down and picks up the $100 bill. We tell her that's the goal, is to get the $100 bill. So you move her by pulling the rope and letting some rope out. You're moving her. Now what we do is we change it. Same rules. You're not allowed to verbally communicate, but now we take the blindfold off her and we put blindfolds on all of you. So everybody around the perimeter of the room is wearing a blindfold. She's in the middle with no blindfold, and there's yellow rope going from her belt to each of you. Now, what do you do? Because there's a $100 bill on the ground. She needs to get the $100 bill, and she can see it, but she can't get to it because you're holding the ropes. So you're trying to send, she's trying to send signals to you, but it's just not working. And then I say to the group, I say to you again, the only rule is that you're not allowed to verbally communicate. That's the only rule. You're not allowed to verbally communicate. So you try it again, and you get frustrated because you can't get her to know, you can't get her to where the $100 bill is. And then I say it a third time. What's the only rule?
Can't verbally communicate.
You can't verbally communicate with each other. That's the only rule. What's that?
You take off the
Yes.
blindfold?
She takes off. Well, you could take off your blindfold. Yeah, that would be one. Another one would be she could take off the belt and just walk over. Or she could forcibly walk over and pick it up, right? So those are the yellow ropes. They're imaginary. They don't really exist. They just keep us from having what we want. And that's what this next exercise is going to be about. Because some of you, even in this workshop, I promise you, I guarantee you, a few of you will not have any problem with this exercise at all. It'll be really easy for you. Some of you will start to struggle with it and get stopped, and you'll know who you are, and you'll know when, and you'll be happy to talk about it too. It's not anything uncomfortable. It's just that you'll notice something that can really keep you from growing. So we did this exercise at the mastermind when we did the mastermind by private jet. We actually flew to San Diego. We took a limo to the beach, and we were in a condo, a beautiful 5-bedroom condo right on the boardwalk. And we had the doors and the windows open, and we were like almost inside outside doing our mastermind that way. So here's what I'd like you to do on your notepad. Number from 1 to 12, but give yourself about an inch between each. On the left-hand column going down, 1 to 12, but give about an inch between each one. 1 all the way down to 12. Michelle and Sean, you're playing, right?
Yep.
All
You
right, good.
bet I am.
All right, now what I'd like you to do is next to number 1, put 500. Put $500. And then number 2, double it, put 1,000. And then number 3, double it, put 2,000. And then number 4, double it, put 4,000. And take that all the way to number 12. And if you double it correctly, you should have 1.024 thousand. So I'll read them to you. 500, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 16,000, 32,000, 64,000, 128,000, 256,000, 512,000, 1,024,000. Is that what everybody got?
Give us a second, please.
Sure, of course. We're going to pretend, on month 1, we're going to pretend that I'm going to give you $500. And you have to spend that $500. And then on month 2, if you don't spend it, it doesn't roll over, it goes away. Month 2, you've got $1,000 to spend. And you have to spend the $1,000. And we're going to do that every month for 12 months. And so here's what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to write in, and you can bounce around a little bit, but I'd like you to pretty much focus on staying like line by line, start at the top and just go down. And I'd like, and the one rule is that you can't spend more than 10% of it on charity, like giving it away. if it's something that you're going to do for your family, it's an experience you're going to create. And so because until you know what you're going to do with the money when it comes, you won't grow to that point. You've got to have an idea, a vision of what you're going to do with the money. So start with month 1, spend your 500, write in what you would spend it on, and then afterwards we'll talk about it. But all the way through 12, go ahead and do that. Start at the top and go down. Don't bounce around. In fact, there's a reason I'm.
Okay. I want you guys to do that, like right now. Quickly, like the top things in your head as you're going through that list. You're given $500 cash this month. Well, what are you going to spend it on? You can't move it to next month. You have to spend it. And you can't give more than 10% of it away to a charity, like the church or whatever. So start filling that in. I see that Kristen's here. I was going to text her. Let's do like 4 minutes. And if you guys didn't get the numbers, I will say them again. 500, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 16,000, 32,000, 64,000, 128,000, 256,000, 512,000, and then 1,024,000. And that's where you're getting $500 this month that you have to spend this month. Then $1,000 you get next month that you have to spend, and every single month for the next 12 months. So let's do like 1 more minute. And I am going to ask you guys to be willing to share like 1 or 2 of them really, really quick. And there's a reason, I promise. And there's no wrong answer either. Did you catch what he was saying, Kristen? You didn't miss Jordan?
I did. I was like, dang, I jumped in too late. What was he talking about? Send me that video.
Well, it's from our Outpost X experience with Sean and Michelle. And Jordan came, he zoomed in and spoke to the like 19 of us and had us do this exercise. And it was pretty cool.
So cool. Send it to me.
I will. Okay, so can 2 people or 3 people unmute really quick and just pick out a number and tell us what you put there? I will unmute people. I don't want to. Jennifer's gonna go.
For the 512,000, pay off student loans.
It's a good one. I love it. Carrie?
My daughter's volunteering me. For like $4,000, it'd be paying for private school for my kids. With the 128,000, buy some land. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, 1 more person really quick. Lori?
This Lori or the other Lori?
Whichever Lori.
16,000 house down payment.
I love it. Okay, so the reason he had us do this, was there a place that you got stuck? Was there a place that like your brain just couldn't even process anymore? And he said, like, there are going to be some people that this is going to be so easy, and it doesn't make that person like better or more right or like more equipped for life or anything like that. It just, we're all so different, but we all have a relationship with money. And some of us have a really, really good relationship with money, and some of us have a really, really bad relationship with money. And I know that when we did this in our leadership group, a lot of people got stuck at the middle numbers. Like, it wasn't the small numbers. It was like 500, 1,000, 2,000. Like, people were all like, pay off debt, pay off debt, pay off debt. Like, that's what I would do with that money. I think almost everybody, because at 64,000, I said, you know, we're gonna be debt free. I'm gonna owe nothing to anyone. And then at 128,000, I was gonna put an addition on my house. Like, we all have our things that are important to us. At 8,000, I was gonna buy her a Highland cow. That's bread. And this is the thing, is like, you see from your list, and if you didn't get it done, I really encourage you to continue filling it out. And one of the things we realized in our leadership group is we should have started at bigger numbers, because we're at a place where we're dreaming that level now. Like, $1 million doesn't get you a whole lot anymore in this world. 3 million can get you a little bit more, right? But we all have a thermostat. Like, and if you think about a thermostat, say your thermostat is set at 70 degrees, it will allow you to go up 1 or 2 degrees or down 1 or 2 degrees. But once you go outside of that range, that thermostat kicks on and keeps you where you're at. And that's the exact relationship that each and every one of us have with money. We are all on a money thermostat. And your thermostat may be at, oh, I just never see myself making more than $1,000 a month in this business. Like, oh my goodness, that sounds crazy and insane. I am making like 20 bucks. If I'm lucky, my check was $28 this month or whatever it is. That $1,000 just seems like, oh my goodness, that's the peak of your thermostat. And so your brain doesn't even allow you to think bigger than that. And what you all know that you have entered when you enter network marketing is that that thermostat doesn't have a peak. Like, you kind of know, like, when I became a respiratory therapist, I knew what my max pay was ever going to be. In this, we know, but we don't truly believe and know for ourselves what that thermostat can be. And so just really encourage you to go through those numbers. Your income will rise to meet the level of your dreams. Because when you have a big dream that you know you could make, you work hard for it, and your income will rise to meet that level. I promise you. Like, it was always a dream of mine to be able to take my massively huge family on a trip far away, but I didn't want to have to drive there. And we did that. We flew. You guys, that was like a really stretched thermostat thing for me. And so we all have our things, and I just really want to encourage you to stretch your thermostat, raise the temperature of it. Maybe if you're just raising it from 70 to 71, and then 71 to 72. Like, you are capable of incredible and amazing things. So that's all I have on that. I know we took like almost an hour and a half on that when we were with Jordan. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to get this in 30 minutes. And I didn't. But I have Kristen Bailey. She is coming to Iowa, you guys. And that is huge. I know a lot of people on here are not from Iowa, but you can all come to Iowa. She's coming to Iowa from halfway across the country in California to bless us. But Kristen and I met, you guys all know this, at Pro 5 Summit forever ago. And she was like that one girl that I was like, oh my gosh, she's way too beautiful to be my friend. Like, not even joking. And she came up to me and talked to me because that is the person that she is. And Kristen, I just want you to share, like, what brought you in to I guess we all everyone listened to her stage thing. So we know why, like what brought you into LifeVantage. But what has this done for your life I mean, it's done so much. So you share what you want to share.
Okay. Hi guys. Thanks for having me on. This is a beautiful team. I'm so excited. I have the privilege of speaking to Jillian so much, and I just want to, and I know Amy so well, and I just want to say you guys are so lucky to have these leaders in your life because they care so much about you. And I know for me, I get super nervous because I'm representing your leaders right now, and they just love the heck out of you. So it is totally an honor. What LifeVantage has done for me since saying yes, and since, I mean, you guys watched my story and heard my story, is it has affected me in ways that I still have a hard time even putting into words. And I was talking to Jillian about it. I was able to pick up my, oh wait, if you missed, oh yeah, sorry, thanks Amy, I'm reading your comment. I was able to pick up and leave the town that I was raising my boys in just a year ago. Actually, it'll be a year, the end of July, and move 2 hours. I reconnected, you guys, it's a crazy story. I reconnected with the love of my life. We dated 20 years ago. We had gone our separate ways, and he has 2 kids. I have 2 kids. We both got divorced, and we reconnected. And I would never have been able to do that had I had a 9-to-5 job, or had I been locked in, had I not had LifeVantage, really. And so this opportunity opens your life up in ways that you just, you don't imagine it. And I still am pinching myself at how blessed I am, all while my family is blessed. It's that ripple effect that we talk about all the time. But I've learned to embrace, especially in this new chapter, moving to a new place and starting over, I've learned to really embrace the butterflies. And if I can say, I want you guys to like picture that, like before this call, the nervousness of bubbling of your feelings. Like if you've ever talked on stage, even talking about this opportunity to someone, I have learned to love my butterflies in my stomach. And I'm trying hard every day to get those butterflies in one way or another, because that is where I grow, and that is where we grow. And it's only in those moments that I really feel like, you know, that's impacting me in every way. So this, yeah, and this company still shows me, in this opportunity and being here still shows me how important it is, the self-development piece, you guys, and really being radically honest with yourself. It is you versus you. You are not against anyone else. And when you are radically honest with yourself, and I will say there have been points, and Jillian, as is my witness, where I think, okay, you know, maybe this isn't working out now. I'm in a new town, and you guys, I'm at the elite rank, and I still have those challenging thoughts with myself, and where, you know, I'm new here, it's not going to be the same. I'm going to talk myself out of it. No, look at yourself in the mirror. And I have had to do this and say, Kristen, no, you love this. Don't forget who you've helped. Don't forget that ripple effect. Don't forget your team. Don't forget what you still have out there, to who you have to share with. And I just, the self-development, getting outside of your comfort zone, staying outside of your comfort zone, and then linking arms with people and helping them. Don't ever stop. I mean, it does something to our brains when we help someone. It's like a dopamine hit. We want to help another person, and then we want to help another person. Keep helping people, keep sharing. I mean, this, I wish that people would just stay consistent long enough to feel how powerful this is, and how powerful and magical, and you don't want to go anywhere else. Honestly, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. And I was taking notes as you guys were talking about the money that you were given. I didn't hear the whole thing, but I was living in debt, very, very much in debt. I was, like I said, a single mom. My life venture the money that I got from my life venture got me completely out of debt. And I have stayed there, you guys, for 4 years. I have stayed out of debt because of Life Vantage. And I know I still get goosebumps thinking about it, because it's a very scary feeling, you know, knowing you're getting charged every month while you're in debt, that interest rate, all of it, and you have no way out. And having the opportunity to get out of it and to stay out of it, all while helping people, all while loving people, sharing an opportunity, all while getting healthy. I don't know how someone can't see that this is the dream job of all dream jobs. And you just have to stay consistent.
Oh, I love it. Okay, I have one more question for you, and it's totally fine that we're going over.
Okay, I messaged Amy on the side. I was like, oh no, I think you guys have to go. Okay.
No, it's totally fine.
Okay.
So what has been the most challenging part of your business? I literally have not given her these questions, so
No.
she's really on the spot.
Yeah, no. I mean, the most challenging is getting out of my own way. And also you guys, it's a little heartbreaking to say this, but we cannot wish this for people that sign up. We see, you know, when you have a new consultant coming on, you see, this is it. This is the person. She's gonna, you know, crush it, and she's gonna change lives. And we have to look inward. It is so important to continue to look inward. It's been challenging for me because I take it very personally when I think someone, and I know someone, could do this opportunity and be amazing at it, but they don't, for one reason or another. I have struggled with that. Like I said, it's very heartbreaking. I am very all in with my people. I love very, very hard, and I get very attached. And so that's why I'm like, you're never going to get rid of me. But that I have to drop that, because that's not it. It's about me. And so you got to keep going, and you can't take it personally. And it's really hard. I mean, how many of you on here have been kind of crushed with, you know, you think, oh gosh, this is it. Like, we're going to link arms and we're going to change the world. And then you're like, oh, all I've had was like 4 crickets. Like, that's cool. And it's crushing. Yeah. And so that's been one of my biggest challenges, and also getting over my damn self 100%. And, you know, just like, girl, it is not this new comp plan that's the problem. It is not anything. It is nothing. Actually, it is me. And just, you know, really being rationally honest with myself.
Oh, so today I was having this massive pity party for myself. I literally didn't leave my room until 1 o'clock this afternoon. You guys, this is not me. This is not how I function. This is not how I work. But I was like, I literally want to crawl into a actual corner and cry my eyes out. And so I'd go back and forth. I went downstairs. I got my pills. I took my pills. I went out. I did a 45-minute workout, came back, still went back to my room. And I was like, I know what is causing this. And it's because I know what I need to do, and I'm not choosing to do it. And that when you say like get outside of your comfort zone, like I knew I needed to be reaching out to people and inviting people to the event on the 29th, because who am I to be so selfish that I just want to sit in my room for the day and do nothing? Like, we have those moments, but those moments can't continue. And so I reached out to 35 people. This is what I'm doing. Like, but massive action is what changes everything. Like, it can't just be something small. It has to be massive action. And I know you purposefully do that for yourself constantly. So tell us really quick, what has this done for you as a mom, and specifically for Grant? Because I know you had a fun conversation with that cutie last night, and it's just
today.
Yeah, today, yes, laying in the top bunk bed.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell that story, but what has LifeVantage done for you guys? Like, yeah.
I get to be with him. I get to be with both my boys, and now my two bonus. I don't like to say stepchildren because that sounds so yucky, but I have 4 kids now. But I get to be completely present in their life, specifically Grant. This has been probably the hardest year of his life, switching and transitioning. And his dad and I have differing opinions on whether or not we were going to share that he is autistic. And I have been really struggling with it. And today he's at Vacation Bible Study, and I sat in the parking lot because he was with a typical group, and I knew he's going to have some challenges, and he had a buddy there and all of that. But I knew, like, God was telling me, like, just stay, because the church is about 15 minutes from our house. So I wanted to be there if they called me right away. And sure enough, he lasted 2 hours, and then he needed me. But we came home and we were talking about his impulses and his, fallouts that he has, and why do you think that is? And I just asked him, I said, Grant, I said, do you know the word autism? And he looked at me, and I said, have you talked to, and we've read books before about autism, but he looked at me and I said, do kids at school talk to you about autism? And he just burst into tears. And I was like, okay, do you know that your brain is different? And we just had the conversation with him, and he hugged me so tight, and he's like, I just want to be done with this. I want to go upstairs. I'm tired. And so what I did, I was like, let's go together. We held hands. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that song, Oceans. If you haven't, it's like the best song. That's his song. We dim the lights, and we do that. We like make the puppets on the wall, and we sing it together. And I am yours and you are mine. And that's what we do to each other. But we did that, and we were under his weighted blanket, and we just talked about it, and we both cried. And I just felt like, it's Monday. I would have been at work, you guys. It's Monday. I would have not had that moment with him. We went out, and then we made this makeshift thing that they were taking around the block. Like, we got to go to the park after. We got through it, and all the while, you guys, I would have been working. And I need to be better with finding the right words to tell you that if this is something that you truly want in your heart, it's not only going to help you personally, it's going to help everyone that you love. And today was priceless. That you can't put a price tag on that, yeah. And so it was a huge, huge moment. And I'm glad that I got to be there. And now I tried to tell him the analogy, and I don't know if this is even like, but I'm like, you're like a superhero. Your brain, it works differently. And just like Superman, I don't know why I was like, just like Superman has superpowers, he has the powers to do the wrong things, but instead he uses his power for good. And that's what you're going to do. And he's like, I know, like, he got into that analogy. So that was really cool. But yeah, I feel like, again, I was living paycheck to paycheck before this. I was working 2 jobs. I was a special ed teacher before I had Grant. So I couldn't go back to teaching other kids, when my own child needs me. And so, yeah, it's done so much, and then some. And every day God's showing me, like, see, this is why you never quit. This is why you keep going. This is why you do, girl. Because yeah, there's no turning back,
I love it. The products is what got her hooked on this, because she was not able to do any of her jobs. And so the products do what the products do. Mm-hmm. But if you notice, like, this conversation was not about products, and I had no idea which way that this was all going to go. It's about what this business can create. And you're all here creating a business. And borrow the belief of the people that believe you can do this before you believe it yourself. Because I know I was the person that was like, oh my goodness, I've hit my max. I can't grow anymore. And I told Chris, I was like, well, maybe I can do, but I can't teach. Maybe I can, all these lies that we tell ourselves. Like, there are lies that each and every one of us are telling ourselves. And it's the people who break through those that, you know, like Kristen said, there are still the really hard days. There's still the days you want to quit. There's still the days that you want to crawl into a corner and just cry and have a pity party. Like, they exist and they're not ever just going to fully go away. I'm being really honest. But we have people in our corner that do this and do this with us. So thank you so much. She's going to be here in less than 2 weeks.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, less than 2 weeks. You guys, I'm so excited. We will continue to post details. Amy posted the Eventbrite to sign up and get registered. We need everybody registered. Holy smokes, we need everybody registered. Amy and I are over here like, oh my goodness, June has been crickets. Where is everybody? Let's all get to work. We got to get to work, you guys, because people need this. It is not about us. It's not about what plans we have going on in June. It's not about, this is an opportunity that God has placed in front of our life to have Kristen, the super mama, come from California to Iowa. It's not happening when things, you know, when it's like, oh, all the kids are back to school and, you know, there's always the things going on. It's happening now. So make sure you're intentional about getting butts there. So I love you all. If you want to hop over to Maria's call, you definitely can. Beautiful thing is it is being recorded, so you can catch that recording too and not miss any of it. Her story is incredible. Kristen, we get to see you so soon.
I'm so excited.
Who all is coming to the event? And Fonda, are you coming down? She lives a ways away. Jennifer's coming.
Yay.
We have some people coming, so I cannot wait. And
Awesome.
yes, Jen's coming. I saw her name down there. Sarah might be too. Sarah lives like forever away in a whole different state. But she
Oh my
might be.
goodness.
I know, right?
Yay.
Well, you guys, I love you all. Have a great, great Monday and have a great rest of your week. Bye, guys.
Guys, thank you so much. Love you guys.